Good evening, everyone. My name is Hainisha Malone. I am the Vice President of the West Garfield Park Youth Council, and we believe that we are the solution to the issues in our community. Our theme is Nothing With Us Without Us. The West Garfield Park Youth Council is sponsored by Fathers Who Care, which is a nonprofit organization located on the west side of Chicago within the West Garfield Park community. Again, everyone, my name is Hainisha Malone, and I am the Vice President of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. The West Garfield Park Youth Council is comprised of young people from our community whose focus and concern is youth leadership and a voice within the community to reduce senseless violence and illegal substance use. We invite people from all over, especially young people, to come in and see what we are all about. Our show will be scheduled on Thursday at 7 p.m. Again, that is every Thursday at 7 p.m. We would like to encourage calls from people watching to leave their questions and comments at 312-738-1060. Again, that number is 312-738-1060, located on the bottom of the screen. Our show can also be viewed online at www.cantv.org/live. Again, that website is www.cantv.org/live. Well, everyone, I would like to introduce my guest today, which is Reverend Walter Jones, the Executive Director of Fathers Who Care. And thank you for being a guest on the show today.
My pleasure. Thank you for continuing to do the good work that you young people are doing. Been some challenging times with you young people, but just stay the course. Change is coming. Just stay the course.
Yep. Again, my name is Hainisha Malone, and I am the Vice President of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. You are watching a live interactive call-in television program brought to you on CanTV 21. During the next 25 minutes, we are going to discuss Too Good for Violence and Fathers Who Care 6-week intern project. We invite our viewers watching to call in with their questions and comments at 738-1060. Again, that number is 312-738-1060. Our phone lines are now open. So today's topic again is Too Good for Violence and Fathers Who Care 6-week intern project. And now, Reverend Jones, I have a few questions for you. And the first one is, who are you and what is your purpose for existing?
Well, I'm the son of Maddie and Walter Jones. I'm the husband of Gloria Jones. I'm the father of my children. I'm the brother. I have 3 sisters and an additional brother. I would like to call myself a servant. I believe that I'm a servant for social change. I am a man on a mission. I live on a passion. I love what I do. I'm committed to social change and community empowerment. I pride myself on trying to do the best that I can with what I have. I try to do the best I can to help those who are less fortunate, the homeless, the indigent, those who are poverty-stricken, those who are undergoing various different issues and concerns in the community. I'm one who believes in being the light in darkness and the salt in the earth. I'm one who believes in bringing about real social change. I'm one who believes in organizing others to bring us together to pool our resources. I'm a leader. I'm the director of Fathers Who Care. I'm the director of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. I'm the chairman of the West Side Men. I'm the chairman of the National Faith-Based Prevention Alliance. I'm also so actively involved in various different initiatives on the west side of Chicago, the city of Chicago, the state of Illinois, and on a national level, that I'm literally driven to just make sure folks understand the power of us. And so that's basically, in short, who I am and what is my purpose for existing. And thank you for the question. I was about to get, I didn't want to really talk about me.
Yeah, I heard it. You sound passionate about what you do.
Yeah, well, I am passionate about what I do, but I don't do it for the story. I do it for the glory. I do it for the story.
Right.
And the story is to make sure that young people, I've been doing this for so long.
Oh.
And, I've been really committed to this work since like 1985.
Wow, my mom wasn't even born.
Yeah, and so I've really been kind of committed to this work all over the West Side and the state. in that I've always been driven. I have some good mentors who I looked up to, like our congressmen, some of our senators, some of our CEOs and executive directors of various different organizations who are really committed to the work of empowering us, empowering the community, and bringing us together, and really bringing about real change on the west side of Chicago. I've always been a person that, even though I may have an office, one office on the west side, I've also be actively involved with those on the south side. We have another initiative that we're working on, that we have a group on the south side and a group on the west side, and we collaborate on very different ways that we can empower our young people in our community,
Right.
particularly in relationship to reducing substance abuse, opioid use, and underage drinking. So it's something that I'm really committed to.
Right. So, what kind of things can we do in our community to engage our young people and save lives?
The first thing I think we can do is continue to invite our young people out to help somebody else. You know, you all had kind of inspired me on so many different things at the youth council. I mean, when you all was talking about the plight of homelessness, and from that just inspiration that you all talked about, and then you all wanted to actually go out to these tent cities around the city and provide intervention and support, particularly over here on Chicago Avenue in Albany. Well, we did programs on that site for one whole year straight.
Yeah, I remember it was a lot.
You know, throughout the weather, it didn't matter about the weather. We had some partners, some good partners with us. We had the Women of Self-Love, we had Prevention Partnership, we had the congressmen, we had the aldermen, we had so many people. I would miss some of them. We had HSI, we had, if I just tried to name all the folks, the Institute for Nonviolence, I can go on and on and on. But it showed us that when we come together, we can really make a difference.
Yep.
Now, we were really working collaboratively with other folks to create a coalition for the homeless. That was done. We was working with other folks to bring additional resources to help those who wanted to get off the street.
So, what is a coalition?
A coalition is when people come together. Just like community stakeholders,
Right.
when we all come together, like your youth council. Your youth council is also a coalition, but that, some folks can call it a coalition, some folks call it a group. It's just a name, but
Right.
it's a name of folks of people coming together to work on common interests and common goals.
Yep.
So, I really do believe that we can bring so much to these young people if we can continue to engage the young people, just like we did on the 28th.
Yep.
We had the meeting with the superintendent, we had the meeting with the elected officials, we had the meeting with different community stakeholders, and we had the young people out. So the young people had a chance to really address some of their issues and concerns to the police themselves.
Yep.
And I think the young people were empowered from that.
Yep.
That was our third town hall meeting that we did with the superintendent, and we thanked the superintendent for the Chicago the police department, and Chief Cato, the first deputy superintendent, and other chiefs and deputy chiefs and commanders. We had them all there.
Yep.
Alderman Irvin, Alderman Teleferro was out, but he was sent his love. Alderman Mitz, of course, who's been working feverishly with us, Alderman Jason Irvin. So we had all of them out, and it was a beautiful event.
Yeah,
You were there.
Great. Yeah, I remember.
You saw that all the people did come out in
Yep.
spite of. And so that's what we're trying to do with young people. We're trying to let young people know that you can be anything you want to be. We want to inspire young people to do the best that they can, while they can, because you're going to get older.
Yep.
And so our job is to provide you all with options. I like that hat you got, Unapologetic Youth.
Yep.
I like that. But anyway, thank you for that question.
You're welcome.
I was getting into that for a second.
I see. So, what does it mean to empower young people?
Well, like what you're doing now, you're being empowered.
Yeah.
And when you have your groups with the young people, the in-person groups, the virtual groups, all the groups that you're having with young people, they're being empowered because you're giving them different information, you're giving them different options, you're giving them opportunity to share their concerns, you're giving them an opportunity to think outside the box, you're giving them the opportunity to have their voices heard.
Yep.
So empowering means when we give folks information, give folks resources, give folks options that they can take things to the next level,
Right.
where folks can use various different information to improve their quality of life. Young people just don't get it sometimes, that they're not going to be young forever.
Exactly.
And so they kind of take things for granted.
Yeah.
Some elders do that as well,
Yeah.
but they regret it real quickly when they find out that the walls close in on them
Right.
and they can't do nothing else. But young people have an opportunity to really spread their wings and fly. And you can't expect always to have a lot of people around you. Sometimes you have to be like an eagle and soar alone. Because at least if you're moving, you ain't stop.
Exactly.
As long as you're moving, you
No matter the pace, you always growing because you move.
absolutely. That's a good one. I like that. I like that.
Okay, before we get to the next question, I would like to promote an event that's going on. I don't think our overhead is working, but it is a Easter celebration and a food giveaway. It's going to be held April 9th, this Saturday at Clark Park, 4615 West Jackson Boulevard. And all children must be accompanied by an adult, and we would like to have volunteers. So if you would like to,
Volunteer with
yeah,
us.
if you would like to volunteer, you can call us at 773-287-5821, and you can ask for Miss Princess.
Well, that event is going to be also another collaborative event. Well, you said the food giveaway. Of course, we want to do that. We want to bless those folks, particularly on the west side of Chicago, East Garfield Park, who are experiencing a great deal of heartache. I think you may have a call. You might want to check that out. We want to bless those who are going through what they're going through. Cut your system off. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to have Deputy Chief Alderman Irvin. I believe we're going to have Loretta, Food for Friends, Rush Hospital, Women of Self-Love, HSI, so many people that we got that's coming out. We're going to be providing resources, PPE. We're going to be providing other additional incentives. And our whole goal at this is to hopefully reduce substance use and misuse, reduce COVID-19, the spread of COVID-19, educating folks on the importance of being tested and vaccinated. And then there's other issues that we're currently facing in our community, mental health. So we want to really deal with those concerns at this event. So talk to me and ask them what's the question or comment.
I don't have-
You cut it up.
It's not coming on. Can I use your box?
Yeah, well,
Thank you.
let me see. We're working with these new technology now, so let's see if this thing works. It's not coming on, so use that one.
Use this one.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing on Saturday. So, and we encourage those of you to come on out. It's going to be from 10 to 2. Again, it's 4615 West Jackson. There will be activities going on outside, and there'll be activities going on inside as well. Resources, food, all kind of stuff going on. Young people have a ball. We had a great time last year doing this event. Folks came together. We were joining together different sides of the community, different sides of the city, and it was a great event. Were you able to get in there?
Hello?
Yeah, so we're working now to try to get
Hi.
these
Yes, I can hear
headphones
you.
back together. So we're working to get the questions back on the show. So one thing you have to do with
Yes,
this
I can
thing
hear you.
is have to talk like she's doing now, but we may have to cut it off because it's taken away from what she's doing.
It's a lot of static.
So what we'll do is continue to ask your questions and then just tell them to get in touch with you.
Okay. Would you like to get in touch with us another way because there's a lot of static in the mic?
So let's go ahead and finish the questions and we'll talk to them later. Let me have that out and we'll deal with them later.
Okay.
I take it.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and finish
Why is
what you're doing.
Why is it important to have groups in high-risk communities for young people to be a part of?
Well, again, young people can't be what young people can't see. So it's really important for us to bring our best to these young people, but to provide these young people with different options. It's important for us that young people have an opportunity to be young people, to talk with young people, and be able to grow and empower each other. Young people are always looking for something.
Yep, always something.
And we want them to continue to be inquisitive, but we don't want them to be stupid.
Right.
Meaning we don't want them to get caught up in things just because of peer pressure, being caught up in things because they think it's cool, but we want them to also be able to use sound mind and sound judgment to make wise decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And we want them to matriculate. We want them to be their best selves. We want them to finish high school and go off to college, get out of college and develop themselves. And if they choose to go into various trades or open up their own businesses, we want them to have those options.
Yep.
But please go ahead.
How long have you been educating, mentoring, and empowering young people, and what have you learned from them?
I've learned that young people are just going to be young people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't speak like the rest of folks speak, but they do speak. Some folks, some of them speak verbally. Some of them can articulate what they want, and some young people speak through action.
Right.
And I do believe that young people are all been trying their best to be heard, but some folks just don't have the ear to hear these young people. I've been doing this so long that this is what I do, among other things. I just really have a real strong passion and an affinity for making sure that I pass on to the young people like yourself different options, different opportunities, different ways that they can continue to grow. And I've been doing this so long, and so many people come back and say to me, you know, I remember you when I was this, and I remember you when I was that, and it kind of shake me up because I'll be like, I don't remember, you know, all of that sometimes, right. You know, because I deal with so
much. Right.
Yeah, but then they kind of bring they bring me back to the point where they remember me from. I had a young lady called today and was telling me that. She was saying, you know, that she's now a director at a social service agency.
Oh.
And so she remembered being in my program, and so she called me and was talking about what she was doing now. And then another young man I remember was in my mentoring program. He's another director over at Breakthrough. So I get a chance periodically to look back and see some of the young people that we've had.
Our lives you changed, right?
Yeah, you know, I don't look at it that way. I just be trying to just keep them active and keep them empowered. But it's good to see that they have taken certain things to the next level.
Right.
Because as elders, not that we're going to disappear. We just have to go into another direction and start doing a succession plan, and that we're trying to empower young people to take it to the next level.
Right, and you got to let them see their full potential, because the potential is always there, but they need somebody to let them know that it's there, because they'll get distracted with other things, or they'll get into the wrong crowds and forget who they really are, and y'all there to remind them of who they are and let them know that y'all there for them and that they could talk to y'all and that y'all would give them any type of advice that they need.
That's the point. Just to keep empowering them, keep engaging them, and letting them know that we are there for them. Right. You're absolutely right.
So what services are available for young people that need help or just need someone to encourage and support them?
Well, there's a variety of different services and programs and projects that we're currently working on. There's this young adult intern and leadership project that you alluded to. And we're on our different cohort right now, but these are programs where young folks can come in and develop soft skills, and we refer them out to different places where they can get jobs.
Yep.
But we try to help them with the job readiness skills and how to do interviews, how to write resumes, all that other good stuff, and then send them on their way to better and brighter futures. We just had last week, we just had folks come in from the Chicago Yacht Club offering job opportunities for young people on various different yachts downtown. We have some others coming in who want to educate our young people in the field of medicine or medical field. So we got some other opportunities coming up that we've been trying to get young people into. And that's what we're trying to continue to do, is to bring different opportunities to these young people so that they can be their best selves, but know that they have an opportunity to continue to grow.
Right.
I think it's really important that projects and programs and what have you are available for young people. We're teaching our young people computer skills. It's important that young people learn computer skills other than just playing on Facebook or TikTok or whatever that stuff that they be doing. They need to understand the importance of technology. They need to understand the importance of finances. So we teach financial literacy for the young people. We also teach them violence prevention programs, how to properly make wise decisions and not get caught up in certain environments and with certain people and not becoming parents too soon. So there's a variety of different options and programs and projects and activities. You, of course, are one of the young people who are putting in a lot of good hours and services to the community,
Yeah.
particularly in the areas of empowering peer leadership, where you're empowering other young people. They may not get it all right now,
Right.
but they will get it.
Yep.
You know,
'Cause
the more.
I'm gonna plan on having a conversation with them. Seeing what their mission is. I know you asked me what my mission was with my shows and stuff like that. But I was thinking about having a conversation with the interns, with the intern program that you're having, and have a talk with them and ask them like, what do they want to gain from this, and how much do they want to take from it, and what do they feel like they need to do to better the community, and how do they feel like they can help? Because there's people who feel like, oh, what I have to do don't matter, and there's no way to change the community, but it's always a way to help the community, and I want to see what they have to say about it. So I was planning on talking to them about that.
Absolutely, and you should.
Tomorrow, I'm sorry.
Well, you're a youth leader. They are young people. It's important that you all continue to dream. It's important that you all are successful.
Yep.
It's important that you all understand that you do have a future, and you can determine your future. It can be a positive future, or it could be a negative one.
Future, yep.
But it's going to be one if you're
Yep.
around. So you can kind of set the tone of what you want to do, but you need to also understand that we have to continue to work together, to pool our resources, to do the best we can to empower someone else, because the more you help someone, the more you are helped, because what you put out, you get back.
Yep.
So I encourage young people to continue to connect with each other and continue to do the right thing.
Right. So when did you know you wanted to work in the field of education and with young people?
Well, I'm still working with young people, and I'm still learning more about young people. I've always had a passion for working with young people. I don't think that would ever change. When did I know I wanted to do it? I've always had that desire, even though I was doing other things in life, was in the financial field, was in the insurance field, was in other things. I've always had this desire to help someone else, because I knew that, life is an evolution. You live your life, you get older.
Yep.
But we have to continue to plant seeds and empower young people so that young people can take it to the next level. So I've always had that desire to be an advocate, if you will, for other young people, so that other young people knew that somebody cared about them.
Yep.
It did my heart great for folks to call me today, and I've heard from some others telling me what I meant to them. I never knew what from them, that particular person or those people. I've heard it before, but I don't get caught up in that, because I figure it's just what I do, because, I'm just trying to get them to take it to the next level, but come back and help somebody else.
Exactly.
So,
and that's exactly what you taught them, and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to continue to do.
Yep.
As I help you, you help somebody else.
Exactly.
And then we can actually help our community.
So can you share with our viewing audience some of the programs and or services you know of that have assisted young people in working to promote a safe, healthy, and drug-free community?
Well, you refer to it. That's the West Garfield Park Youth Council, who are meeting every day.
Every day.
And they have various different programs and activities that they're doing. They have empowerment groups, engagement groups. They're often in various different activities, as we alluded to before. There's other agencies out here who are doing a lot of good work. I hate to forget any of them, but there's groups that we got with you young folks where y'all talking about mental health services. So we've dealt with Hot Grove and HSI. And we had some good friends to come out. The Chicago Department of Public Health is doing some good stuff. They're not necessarily a program agency, but they're an entity where they're bringing resources, intellectually speaking, to empower young people. There are so many different groups. I will be remiss if I try to name them all, but the more that these young people learn, the more that they can grow.
Yep.
The more that they can grow, the more that they can empower someone else. The more that they can empower someone else, the more we can change the stigma of what some folks think about young people, particularly on the west side of Chicago, and continue to enlighten these young people so that they can go out there and engage other young people.
Right.
And then inadvertently, it may take a little time, but inadvertently they'll catch on. And then they'll help someone else. And then they'll catch on.
And then they'll help someone.
Yeah. So
I
it's a rippling effect.
So if someone is watching and is in need of counseling and or your support, how can they reach you?
Well, they can reach us at 773-287-5821, 773-287-5821, or you can log on to fatherswhocare.org, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, all of that kind of stuff. But we're here to serve. We're here to be that support system, mind you. And I would also like to say that we are also always looking for young people to come in to our programs, to our projects that we're working on, particularly the intern and leadership program. We want you to come on out with us on Saturday for our pre-Easter celebration, food giveaway, and community and family celebration day. You know, the pandemic is kind of opening up a little bit, or should I say the city is opening up a little bit with the pandemic. But I'm encouraging you, though, please don't get duped. There's a new variant out here called the BA2, and this new variant, for those who may not have been vaccinated, is also deadly for those who have low immune systems. But we want to encourage you to be tested, which we'll be doing on the 9th, on Saturday at Clark Park at 4615. We'll be giving out additional information, resources, and referrals where folks can improve their quality of life with proper health care assistance and support. And then we'll have agencies out there will provide different information on what they're doing, ComEd. If I try to remember all these folks, I can't remember all these folks, but give us a call at Fathers Who Care at 773-287-5821, and I will get you additional information. But you don't want to miss this event that will be happening on Saturday, August the 8th, from 10 to 2. We will have some special guests, special activities, special people coming out, loving on each other. I see. August. Thank you, Ebony, for watching.
You said August.
April the 9th.
Yeah, April 9th.
Yeah, you know, I may say August. I don't know why I said August.
You know,
maybe
it's
August.
both 2 A's, you know.
Well, it's April the 9th.
Yeah.
That's this Saturday.
Yep.
Of course, we encourage you all to come out, and we definitely want you all to be part of this movement that we're doing on the west side of Chicago, to love on our young people, to support our young people, to let our young people know that we do love you, that we do support you, and we want you to keep on striving, keep on reaching for the stars, and keep on reaching to be your best selves. But we also want you to know that it's real important that each one teach one. I mean, we can't put the onus of our people in our community on others. It is our job. For the men out there, I say to you, it's really important that you be more than just a baby daddy, but that you really, really be a father to your children, in that you're continuously providing direction, leadership, and support to them, in that you're laying some solid foundation that they can stand on and build on, in that you're showing them examples of what a good man, a good father could be and should be, in spite of what may go on in the world, because people have all kind of ways and all kind of modes and mood swings and all of that other kind of stuff. It is what it is. I'm not knocking nobody. I'm just saying to those fathers and men that are watching today, please step up to the plate to do what you can to make sure that at least your children would not become victims of what's going on in our community, the negative things that's going on in our community, but they can continue to be their best selves.
Thank
and you was talking particularly about some things that you were doing or wanted to do with the young people. So if you had a chance to motivate some young people today, what would you tell those young people about as far as being a part of the intern project, and part of as far as peer leadership, and as far as being an advocate for social change to help other young people, as far as joining organizations like the West Garfield Park Youth Council? What would you tell young people to encourage young people that they can be their best selves and to join your support, what you're doing, to join what you and your group are doing?
I would tell them to not be so closed-minded and only thinking within what they know, because it's always more to know. You can never stop learning, because there's always something new to learn. I feel like you shouldn't limit yourself to what you see every day, or limit yourself to your surroundings, because there's always going to be negative surroundings. You can never attach yourself to that, and it's like most people do get caught up in that. So I would just tell them to, just like think outside of that, like be open-minded and know and believe that you can change the community, because there's always ways to change. It's just that we all have to take action, because if you feel like, oh, if I do something, that's not going to change. It's been like this for years. It's been like this for years because everybody hasn't tried to take part and try to help the youth and help the community and help the next generation to make the community better, because the next generation is the future, just like how we are right now. And the elders are spreading the wisdom that they have to help us. So I feel like they should be more open-minded and willing to learn what the older people know, so that they could, have a positive impact on the community when we are the adults.
Well, I like that, and you will become an adult. Please don't rush it.
Right.
Take your time and enjoy take your time and enjoy being young, and living your life and learning from your experiences. But again, I want to echo a thought. You guys can be whatever you guys want to be if you apply yourself.
Right.
You got to apply yourself to produce yourself. And if you don't produce yourself, then you may fall by the wayside because you don't have anything in you. So we want to encourage those of you, again, who's watching, to come on out with us for our pre-Easter celebration, food giveaway, resource fair, and family and community appreciation day.
Yep.
On April
9th.
The
not
9th.
the 8th.
From 10
to 2.
at 4615 West Jackson
Boulevard.
Be there or be square. Listen, we want you to come on out and take part in some of the activities and resources that we're going to provide. We also want you to know that if you have some young people who would like to be part of our young adult intern and leadership project, to give us a call at Fathers Who Care, 773-287-5821. So thank you so much for having me this evening. It was always fun to be here with you guys.
Yep.
It's always fun to share with you all about what you all doing and why you do it.
Yeah.
I think I'm so excited anytime I come out here with you guys and the young guys out. So things are opening up, so our young people are back in this saddle again.
Yep.
So God bless you. Good night. And you want to share some other things before we go?
I just want to say thank you to everyone who tuned in today, and we will be here again next week, same time, same station, as we will discuss additional issues and concerns that young people are experiencing on the west side of Chicago with young people.
Absolutely. Young people speak, right?
Yep.
So I want to thank all of you all for tuning in. So good night, and we'll see you soon.
We'll see you next week.
Good night.